Hey guys, it's been a while, but I'm not going to dwell on why. Anyway, I'm just sort of come on and show you guys a little present I got for myself recently. It's to do with my nail bag. Now, just I thought, also while I'm here, I'll give you a quick tour of how what setup I run daily basis, whether it's framing, finish, whatever I'm doing. I'd normally just have the same sort of thing on, and I think that you can achieve that and have everything you need for the most part when you need it, without having to take things out, put things in, yada yada yada. So anyhow, I've got the Buckaroo belt, made in Australia, leather product. I've had it for quite a few years now, and I have to say, like, there's no issue with it. It's just, yeah, it's good quality stuff. And when the leather goes soft, it's really nice and supple and, yeah, easy to wear, doesn't get in your way. But yeah, there's so many different kinds of setups that you can run with. So it just depends on what works for you, I suppose. So I've got the suspenders, I always had the black ones. And then on the front, I have this little retractable rubber holder for the pencil. It's always handy to have that just there. Sometimes you're on a ladder and you need to reach something and it's just there instead of having to try and find it in your bag. So that's that. And then we'll move down to the front. On the actual belt, there's a little hook, and I just use a carabiner to put these small little drill bit holders or driver holders. So I just have that sort of dangling there. And then on this side, it's my Buckaroo, my original Buckaroo bag on this side. So on the bottom, it's a bit hard to see, just have my tape, recently new tape day. And then in this middle pocket, I normally just keep fixings and screws and nails, whatever I need at the time. The pocket above that, normally just shims, bit of electrical tape, yeah, and just some shims, packing shims. And then on top of that, there's just a little slot for my trusty speed square. It's probably one of the most used things in the bag, or the most important things in the bag. Then on the side, I normally just have an extension for a driver, and then a glass cutter, just because, no reason. And then there's just a couple of extra slots. There's a masonry bit there and a crayon just to draw on certain things. Sometimes you need that. So that's side one. Side two, this is the new side. I used to have another Buckaroo pouch with 3 pockets in it, but it didn't have a hammer holder, and the hammer holder is on the back there with a slot for what I put in there is a screwdriver, flat screwdriver, and a demo chisel. And then next to that, spin the other way, I have a holder for either some snips, or in my case, I just have some pliers in there, which I find quite handy most of the time. So anyway, this is a new belt or new bag I put on there to replace the Buckaroo from Obvious Tool Company. Don't know whether you can see that. And there's a couple of different versions that they have. One's a bit smaller, one's a bit bigger, and I got the bit bigger one. But the main reason I got it is for this angled hammer holster. So you just drop it in like that. So it's really easy, and you can have it on left or right dominant side, and I'm left-handed, so obviously have it on the left side. My tape's still on the right side, so you can just access those things pretty efficiently as you need them. So yeah, that was the main thing. Instead of having to like reach around, put the hammer in, and you sort of get faster at it as you go, as time goes by. But it was sometimes annoying on the ladder when you're trying to like reach behind and put it back in and whatever. It just didn't work. So I saw this and I'm like, it's much easier, and yeah, it allows you to sort of like sit down sometimes in certain positions where otherwise you would have a hammer up your behind. So not ideal. Anyhow, onto the rest of it. I recently bought this ink line, this Japanese ink line, which compared to a chalk line is just chalk and cheese. So yeah, I recommend you get one of these Japanese sharp line. When you get the packet, it's just got Japanese all over it, so you can't really read what it is, but I've seen some Japanese carpenters using them online, and I thought, well, I've got to have me one of those. So that's what I did. Anyhow, I won't get into how they all work. Might be another video, but pretty straightforward. And then I have my pinch bar in the top there that just slots in. I've got a spot for my Stanley knife or blade with some, if you can see that, with some spare blades in there too. I have my most used nail punch there. I've got a biro, a pen, and just some odds like a spade bit and just a drill bit that I sort of have commonly in there. And then I've got this little nail puller which isn't normally in there, but I just have been using it lately. Metal folding rule, which there's a story behind from overseas which I won't get into now, and a couple of like black texture markers which are always handy to have. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, so, but yeah, ever since I got this, I feel like it was like what, $160. I think it's been a very good investment. It's really like, I don't know, it's not made of leather, but it's made of this like fabric that's really tough wearing and strong. The actual pack is light, and they claim it's lighter than leather. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, and so far it's doing the job. The other thing, or the last thing, and a very important one, is it's got a hook for drills or nail guns or whatever. So it's on that side, on the left side, so it's dominant, and you can just use what you need to use when you need to use it. So there's that as well. So yeah, that sort of pretty much wraps it up. So I'm running with a bit of a combo here, Obvious Tool and Buckaroo. But yeah, so far great investment, would recommend highly, and definitely worth the spend. And to be honest, you sometimes have to tweak these things to see what is most comfortable and what works best for you. The Buckaroo one that I had on this side before I replaced it was really good and it served its purpose. But now, you know, sometimes things evolve and it's time to move on. So that's what I've done. And that's all I've got to say. So anyway, hope this was informative and gave you an insight as to what I carry day to day. And yeah, that's wrapping it up. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll catch you in the next one.